who's still going on. Hey guys, welcome to another edition of
Kayfabe Queens!
This time around we have our pal and our very first guest.
Oh, look at that first guest.
First guest. Yeah, high five.
Look at me go.
Look at you.
Number one.
Anthony Dugan. Oh, I don't know if that's how you want to do it. Did you want to stage name?
Oh no, Anthony Dugan.
Oh, okay.
No, he's trying to be a professional. Did I ever tell you when I first officially met him?
Please explain. Yeah.
When I first met Dugan, he's like Anthony, and I was like, but prefaced, I'd already heard Dugan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People were getting very confused by that.
So when did you decide to become Anthony?
I don't know.
When did you decide to use your birthday?
My government name.
Government name.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. Dugan just seems so young now. That was pretty.
That's when we met you.
Exactly. When I was a youngster.
When you were a youngster.
That's so weird.
So, for some backstory, Dugan is one of our friends that we met in 2011 in the local music scene, and we've been friends ever since. And now he's going to wrestling stuff with us.
Yeah.
Yay! And the reason he's on the show today is because he joined us. He paid us a lot of money, first of all. He paid a lot of money to be here.
We can be bribed.
We can be bribed. Everyone has a price.
Trying to get that Kayfabe cash show.
We gotta get it somehow. No one else is gonna pay us.
We need money.
But also, he went to his very first wrestling show with us when Best of the West at the Beehive was in town. And
Bitwise
that was
Hive.
Bitwise Hive. What did I say, Beehive?
Yeah, the Beehive.
Oh gosh, I should have done my homework first.
It's okay, I got notes.
Thank you. You're always
Lady
prepared
American
and ready to go.
and I have notes. Shout out to the nobodies.
I'm always unprepared, completely unprepared, always. So yeah, first show. Let's talk about it.
Ever.
Yeah.
This is distracting.
It was cool. I liked it a lot. A lot of fun. Strangely heartwarming. Yeah, super fun.
So, I'm going to pull up something real quick. That way we can kind of remember the wrestlers and stuff that we can.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea who's anyone.
Yeah.
Who that?
Yeah.
I don't know her.
But yeah.
But yeah, it was dope. Yeah, like the first wrestling show I've ever been to. Ever. Period.
You told me that and I was like, you mean like an indie show? And you're like,
no,
ever. And I was like, let me guide you.
How special.
Yeah, it was all because of Al. Because what happened was we were at Fresno Zine Fest, and they have a great wrestling zine, busted out. And so I was talking to Al about wrestling, and I was like, you know what? I'd love to see a wrestling show, like an indie one. And then Al was like, oh, yo, one's coming up. And then she made it happen.
Dang.
So thanks to her and thanks to the guy who gave us 2 free tickets.
Shout
out to that dude.
Whoever you are.
What an angel in disguise.
I don't know his name, but he had a nice lineup. So
he did. He really did.
But you know what? That karma got him because they won 2.
He won 2 of the
raffles.
That
there was a raffle
awesome.
at intermission. We didn't win anything.
So it's not the Beehive. It's
Bitwise.
Because what happened was we were standing in line, and I had cash.
We were unprepared. Yet again, I was unprepared.
No, I was $2 short.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
And then the dude behind us was like, hey, not everyone in my group came. Here's an extra ticket. I was like, sweet, thank you.
Oh.
And then he's like, oh, wait, I've got one more. So...
We all got tickets.
Yeah.
He was like, here.
Cool. He saved us
just
some
comes
money.
Up behind us and was like, you guys, I was like...
Wrestling Oprah over here, just give it away.
You get a ticket, and you get a ticket. It was so cool. I know. I was so thankful. And I'm glad they won 2 raffle prizes because they were so deserving.
That was good karma.
Such good karma. It really is. That was awesome. So I'm trying to pull up all the matches that happened that night, but there are definitely some that stood out that you were like stoked about.
Oh yeah.
What in particular? You could just describe what the guy looked like, and we'll get all the info later.
What's your favorite match?
My favorite match, and I actually made the point to learn at least one of the guys' names. Chris Bay.
Oh yes.
What was the big guy's name?
Brody. Brody King.
Yes.
Oh, Brody King.
Yeah.
Who was great too. I don't mean to downplay him, but
no, they both played their parts perfectly.
It was such a good. Oh my god, it was so good.
invested.
Like the whole like David and Goliath thing.
Oh yeah.
Was dope because Chris Bay, very tiny man.
Lean. Lean. Yeah, there you go.
Brody, giant.
Massive.
His thigh equaled Chris Bay.
I was gonna say, like,
so going into that, like, people would say, that's not realistic. I mean, obviously, so going into that with an open mind, you're like, how is this working out? Like, right? Or no?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you kind of have to go in knowing it's wrestling.
Yeah. Like how is this going to play out in, like, theater mode,
Exactly. But it was so good because the thing is, I didn't realize I'd really enjoy this, but watching two faces wrestle is good. Yeah. Like, it's super heartwarming at the end because they always shake hands, and I didn't know I needed that. It's like, it was...
Is it a warm hug?
Yeah, it's like that feeling of, like...
Respect.
Yeah.
They did battle.
Yeah, I didn't realize I needed sportsmanship that bad. Like, that's how shitty everything is that two wrestlers shaking hands after fake fighting. I'm like, thank God.
Thank God.
Excuse me, scripted fighting.
Choreographed.
Excuse me.
Predetermined.
Well, yes.
How dare you?
It was fun, though. That was definitely one of the highlights for me, too. That match was so good. Yeah, there's Chris Bay.
And Ashley said that. Our friend Ashley was like...
She did.
We said we're going to go, and she was like, Chris Bay is awesome. And I was like, cool.
Yeah. That was definitely a good highlight, yeah.
See, I thought that was main event. Like, when it was over, I was like, all right, time to go.
We're going home now.
And that was intermission.
Yeah.
Well, I think they do separate taping, so I think the after is like a different show.
Oh, they kind of cut it up and
so I think that's what.
Oh, so that was kind of.
I think that's how it is. So that was like their one main show.
Oh, that's.
I think.
It felt that way at least.
But I think that's what it is. It's like when you go to like.
Oh my gosh, those chops though.
Jesus. Yeah, it doesn't do it justice watching it on TV because whenever you see it on TV, it's like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
But when you're there and you hear it, Jesus.
I mean, he even felt bad. He was like, I feel kind of
terrible. I feel bad, and then he did it again.
And then he did it again. Of course. For good measure, you have to.
He was in Vegas.
Yeah, we were. Okay, so side story. I was in Vegas.
No, we'll get into this more.
We were in Vegas. We went with Dugan, and
I didn't get to go.
Al didn't get to go, and just on a whim, I was just creeping on Jordan Grace's Twitter and thought she was going to be in Vegas, and was like, well, we're still going to be in Vegas. Like, why is she coming to Vegas? Not really putting the dots together, but she's in Impact now.
That's so great.
Isn't that great? And so, after, Googling, like, okay, what wrestling is happening in Vegas right now, we found out Impact was taping for 3 days. And so we decided to go. And Chris Bay debuted on Impact that day. I don't know if that's a spoiler.
Really?
I don't even know when this is going to air, but well, actually, I don't think it's spoiler because Best of the West tweeted it. They were like, congratulations to Chris Bay and Damian Drake and 1%. 1%.
Oh yeah, I saw that on
your
Insta or something.
Mm-hmm,
That's so cool.
They're really good.
All these indie wrestlers are debuting on.
Yeah, good for them. Happy for them.
Good for Best of the West.
Good for Best of the West too.
I like that was our first show, and they ended up at Impact. Like,
yeah, it was just so crazy.
So crazy.
And the thing was, going into Impact, like not having seen the product for like a long time, I didn't really know what to expect. But we were so lucky to catch such a good show, and it was so cool to see such familiar faces too. Yeah. Like, we just saw him like a week ago.
That's so good. Hey, I just saw you.
Yeah, it was.
I like
really
hope they were like, hey. You were there.
I doubt it, but it was really cool.
I mean, I hope.
I know.
Happen,
I know.
My mind, they saw it. I'm like, saw you last week. Oh,
so
we could go.
Can you get it up on your phone? Because my browser, for some reason, is just, and it's probably because we're recording too audio. It's just not showing me. But yeah, so Chris Bay was there at Impact, so we got to see him again, and he had a great match too that night too. So it was really fun to watch.
How tall do you think he is? It's like probably like 5'3". Maybe.
No, just an inch taller than me.
Maybe he's
smaller.
He was actually quite small. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little dude.
Yeah. But made a big impact, if you will.
And that's all the time we have.
Goodbye. No. Wrap it up. Producer Rusty said it's done.
The show's over. We canceled it. Yeah, I'm not good with that.
No Becky Lynch?
No, I'm no Becky Lynch. At all. But, so, okay, there was another match that night, the three-way, like, the Spoopy Boys.
The Spoopy Boys.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
That was so good, too.
That was really good, I like that.
It was...
I loved the reaction that the girls...
Funny Bone?
Yeah, Funny Bone, when he jumped out of the ring and those girls, like, screamed at the top of their lungs. They were so scared.
It was Tyler Bateman, Funny Bone, and Steiker is what it's telling me. I'm looking at this.
Who was the one that dove? Who dove?
I thought it was Funny Bone.
Okay, Funny Bone into Tyler Baker.
Yeah. So Funny Bone dove out of the ring into the guardrails, and then I'd have to say like 15.
They were super young.
They looked pretty young.
Yeah.
Freaked the fuck out of them.
Yeah, they creeped so.
And I mean, fair.
To their credit.
That reaction was so pure, though.
Yeah.
That was what was so cool, and I think even he was just like, "Oh yes,
he was loving
exactly what I want."
And for them, their leg was up for the whole rest of the show. They were just like,
they were
yo.
But then I guess their friend was. Then they saw their friend.
Oh, they were so cool.
Yeah.
That's who they were.
That was really cool.
Uh-huh.
That was a great match too.
Yeah. I forget his name. Skinny white dude, local, but a local Fresno
dude. The two
dude.
local boys that fought.
The tiny one, the little tiny one.
Is Fun Size local?
No, that's fine.
Oh, that was Fun Size.
No, we're talking about the two local boys. Remember?
Yeah.
They had their whole families out.
Yeah. The blonde one. There was a blonde one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the names. I'm very
can't
sorry.
either. So sorry, but we really enjoyed that show.
Yeah.
So
There's
fun.
a lot of people.
That was my first Best of the West show, honestly. Oh, so this was the first for all of us.
Yes. I've never been. Some of the guys I've seen before. I've seen Funny Bone before.
Yeah, you had mentioned. You're like, oh, I know who.
I just know. I've seen their work.
I'm familiar with their work.
That sounded weird, but I've been around the indie wrestling a couple times. Used to do this. Like Funny Bone, I knew Mike Rain, Wise Guy, Brandon P.net. Like those guys been around a long time. And I say a long time is because I was in wrestling like 10 years ago.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. There was also I kind of had a fan freak out with AJ Kirsch, who is Joseph Joe Brody. And the only reason I was familiar with him in any way was because when we went to New Japan's G1 special, we went to Hood Slam the night before.
They get through everything fun without me.
I know, I'm so sorry. Honestly, these are just things that it's like a last minute decision.
But you know what?
Let's
guess who's going to take over on
I
Saturday?
know, and guess who's not? This guy. I'm so happy for you though, because that takeover is going to be so good.
That's next week's episode.
If
I'm alive.
A later episode. But yeah, there was a couple of wrestlers that were there. I mean, obviously, Broseph Joe Brody was there, but not as Broseph Joe Brody. He was AJ Kirsch, and he was so sweet and sold us some t-shirts and gave us
this awesome t-shirt. Shout out.
Super, super cool.
It's ridiculous.
And then there was like those gentrifier dudes.
Yes.
Love those guys.
Richard Shineri, right? Richard Shineri. What's the other guy's name? I can't remember.
I feel like I saw him here just a second ago.
But anyway, I just remember telling you, oh yeah, these are these hipster themed guys.
Yeah. And I was like,
they're like gentrifiers. They're like, gentrification
is
good.
It's very nice sitting next to you because you filled me in on everything.
I feel like you were in his ear going, they're saying bad things, and I was like, I found the boys. I found them.
Oh, and they had Newport.
They have Kyle Newport. I'm obsessed with this guy.
Newport was great.
Newport was great.
He called us Fresno Soup Kitchen.
He did.
That was fun. Yeah,
Newport
was awesome.
It's my new boy.
It's your new boy. Yeah, you were smitten. You were like, I like this dude.
This dude, that's my vibe.
That's definitely your vibe. I'm so sorry that I just was like being weird and didn't want to go
I was
say
gonna
hi.
say hi. I might have bought a shirt. You know what? Next time I'll buy a shirt.
Just go. I don't have to go. I just get weird.
I need friends. I also get weird. So like.
So we need each other.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
Friends. Producer's like she's not a good friend.
I'm not a terrible friend. I'm a terrible friend. Anyway.
But you were cool with AJ Kirsch, who's more of a name. That's not like a knock on anybody, but more of a name than anyone there.
Yeah, I guess.
He's shilling out pictures of him and The Rock.
And now he had like the same little glow sign that I had, and I was like, oh, that's something I could just go chit chat about. Hey, I have that.
And then you were cute. You're casually yourself funny when you're like, "This is a good match," and in character too, you're so well.
Thanks.
So
That was just a small little thing that was like, he didn't break character at all. It's like, hey man, that's a great match.
Spooky boys.
Spooky boys.
We should all take a little road trip to Hood Slam.
Al's been wanting to go so bad.
I'm kind of scared because I'm small.
They got seats on the side.
Yeah.
It looks very intense.
It's super intense. If you don't know what Hood Slam is, I suggest you go Google some like images and video because it's wild, but in the best and funnest way. And the characters are just so fun.
It's not PG.
It's not PG.
The
Don't take your
tagline?
kids.
No.
Do not take your kids. I think that's one of the
That
mottos.
is literally the tagline. Don't take your effing kids.
Yeah, and fuck the fans, basically. So it's such a good time. It's so fun, and it's all it's just for fun. It's all a good time. I think we had so much fun there. Like
Everybody.
it annihilated me. Like the next day, I was just dead.
You looked rough when we saw you. I walked up to you and you're like, hey, in your little Tanahashi
Hey.
shirt. Like, I don't know if I'm ready for today. And I'm like, hey,
I didn't get a lot of rest. It went on late. It was just really cool. We have to go.
I want to go.
And then have like the next day off to recover from it because it's that intense. You should go too, Dugan. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
you would really
Oh yeah, I'm
enjoy
so
it.
down. That sounds so
It
fun.
was so fun. And then I also got like some props for my Nobody's t-shirt. They're like, oh my god, is that a Nobody's t-shirt? I'm like, yes. Yes, it is. But yeah, so that was really, really a good time. Oh, I like this. So, talking about Best of the West, any other highlights that you noticed that were like...
Besides my boy Newport.
What was her name? Lisa Lewis?
Lisa Lewis.
She killed it.
She killed it.
Loved
She
her.
really
She was
did.
awesome.
I saw her at Impact.
Oh, yeah?
She was just walking around.
Well, I saw she had like a tryout or something. A bunch of them had
Oh,
tryouts.
that's so cool.
Yeah. So fingers crossed. That'd be great.
They're probably still there. I think it's going on till
It's till today.
today. Yeah, that's right. Oh, good luck to them.
She was great.
She was great.
Fun.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Sparkly
She was the
outfit.
only woman wrestler that night.
Oh, yeah.
But she was really, really.
So good.
Yeah, she's great.
She killed it.
Yeah, she's really good.
Mhm.
She got the crowd into it.
She did.
Oh, yeah.
That
We
thing-
were all
that
chanting.
thing-
I didn't even chant like throughout it, but I was yelling for Lisa.
Oh, it was my hands hurt. I was clapping so hard. I was trying to take like Instagram videos.
Oh, man.
Plenty of Instagram.
Listen,
Plenty of
I
Instagram
apologize.
videos.
Next time
We're
I'm just
still
going
new
live.
to
I don't know what I'm
this.
doing.
Yeah, we could just go live next time. I think that'll be fun.
I might go live for Takeover. If you want to see my crappy view
Yes.
from way up top of the Staples Center.
So after that, do you want to go to the January one too at the
that's-
Bitwise Hive?
Is there anything?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's go. It'll be
It was
fun.
very funny hearing them hype up that show. In 4 months, I'll get my title shot.
Yeah.
Give me your title shot.
2 months, sir.
Oh, excuse me.
It was November
like,
2nd.
How long do I have to wait?
Well,
All
technically,
right.
it's 2 months.
What did you have written there, Producer S?
Nope. Oh.
I wanted to know what Dugan's first
I
wrestling
think I have
memory
some
was.
ideas as well.
First
Oh.
wrestling
Because
memory.
everybody has the WWE memory
When they
going
first
on,
watched
you know.
wrestling. That's a good idea. Thank you. And this is why you're behind the scenes, making
You
sure
know
we
what's
cover
funny?
everything.
Oh, wait, no, I didn't have that. I had a list of questions
Oh,
for you,
cute.
Oh,
Okay,
I
all right.
started-
Let's
I didn't
conduct
finish
this
it.
interview then.
I just feel like we should know more about the
First
Dugan.
wrestling memory.
Yeah.
First wrestling memory. The one that came to mind was I have a cousin. I don't want to say. I don't want to make it.
Whoa.
I'll make it weird by putting in past tense.
Oh.
I have a cousin who, when he was a kid, was a bit of a rascal. So I was like, "Whoa, he's crazy." And so
Oh, yeah.
I just overheard him talking about like this this wrestling match where what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to kick the other guy in a fire, and then the other guy gets caught on fire.
The
Was
Inferno
Inferno
match?
match. He was describing an Inferno match, and I was like, yo, that shit's wild.
What is this?
That
Tell
is
me
too
more.
wild. So that intrigued you?
It intrigued me, but
So what a young dude.
and
I know.
but it scared me because I was such a goody two shoes back. I still am, but I was back then also.
Was that
I was
Kane?
just like,
Who else
ooh.
was it?
Oh, excuse me, that's not for me. Oh my. Setting another man on fire. No.
I would never, but I would like to watch someone else do it.
I might be intrigued to watch.
So yes, that's the first one that really stands out. I mean, I was aware of wrestling by that time, but that's the first like.
Memory,
everyone-
like
yeah.
where you're like registering it, going.
I think everyone's aware of wrestling. They just don't.
Yeah,
It's
it's
either
either for
like-
them or for not. Or it's
You're
not,
either like,
you
what's
know.
going on over there?
Yeah.
Not good. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
what else did I write? Why did it take you this long to go to a wrestling show? Why?
What are you like 47 or something?
I didn't get into wrestling until like very recently.
Is it because we're always talking about it?
It was. That was literally the reason because
Peer
like
pressure.
I wasn't into it, but I had another cousin who was really into wrestling too, and so whenever I was at his place, like we'd watched a lot. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It was back when the invasion was going on.
Oh.
And so I really liked...
Attitude Era?
Yeah, I really liked the Hardy Boys, and I really liked the Dudleys.
Got it.
So I was like, it's cool, whatever. But there was always, like, a weird stigma to it, too, in my head. I was like,
I know.
Oh, no, it's like white trash. And,
That's not good.
And
You're
then,
not a good person.
And then what happened was 2013, all my homies are talking about wrestling, how they love it. I was like, oh, okay, no, that's
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. And then what happened was I was working at a job I hated. And what's a better escape than wrestling?
You know what? That's what I said last week. It's an escape.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And
Yeah.
so that's when I got more into it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's fun if you allow it to be. If you're just gonna put blinders on and be like, oh, this is stupid and this is so fake and it's so scripted, and it's like, well, yeah, but there's like so much more to it.
It's kind of like the Fast and Furious movies. I was talking.
Yes.
I was talking with a friend of mine the other day about this. That like the first couple Fast and Furious movies suck because they're semi-serious.
Yeah.
And then it gets to a point where there's like, fuck it.
Tokyo Drift, man, that's my favorite.
It's like, let's go crazy with it. Like, there's this one part where The Rock actually rock bottoms a guy through a table in the Fast and Furious. Oh, it's so good.
It's just like, that's the stuff I like.
It's one of those things where you have to know you're in a different universe.
Mm-hmm.
Just go in.
Like anyone listening who's a fan of the movie The Room knows what I'm talking about, because
yes, you have to transport yourself.
Yeah, you gotta it's such a different world that you have to be like, okay, I'm in a different universe.
Yeah,
and it's great.
Serious. It's true though. It's true.
So how about that Rich Swann story?
Oh.
Are we done with Dugan?
Dugan was trying to ask about it.
Rich Swann.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So before the show, they mentioned Rich Swann, and they're like, we like him, but he's a scumbag or something.
Whoa. That's a strong word.
Or he's a piece of shit. I forgot what you said.
No one said scumbag. No one said he's
the word scumbag never got thrown around. Well, okay, so while we were at Impact, Rich Swann and, what's his name, Willie Mack? Mm-hmm. They had a match, and
awesome match.
It was an insanely good match, just superb, great match. Just like, yay, like, yay. Afterwards, Rich Swann's taking pictures with fans and stuff, and I'm like, hey, do you want to take a picture with him? And producer S is like, hell no. I don't want that shit on me. Hell no. There's some problematic stuff going on there, and I'm not with it. And I'm like, you're right. And then later, while I'm in the casino, because it's at a casino/hotel, I'm just kind of standing around waiting, and I see Rich Swann pass by, and it looks like he thinks I'm someone else, like he recognized me. And then I was like, oh, wait, never mind, you're not who I was looking for. So I was like, like, please don't come over here, please don't come over here. And so the reason we feel this way is because there was an incident. Rich Swann was in NXT. He was, like, skyrocketing. Like, he was becoming the biggest. Oh, yeah. Actually, it was the champ for 205 Live. Yeah. Just doing so good. We're so happy for him.
Dancing his
heart out. He had, like, a really hard life. And, it was like, man, I'm so happy for this guy doing so well. And then this one incident happened with a girlfriend, right?
His wife?
They might be married.
Oh, okay.
I think they might have just...
It was a domestic dispute.
Oh, okay.
And it was very public.
Yeah.
There's, like, police reports, from multiple angles of everything that happened. So, I guess they were in a car. And, I guess if you're a wrestling fan, you know. So we're just kind of informing Dugan. He was in the car, and they got in, like, a fight. And she tried to, like, jump out, and he got out and, like, dragged her back in. Oh. It was really bad.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's all in legal.
Yeah. We're not saying you
can't
read.
Charges were dropped.
Charges were dropped.
Allegedly.
So
because he was arrested, he had to get let go from WWE. So you can see how that's not a good look.
Yeah. They let him go. They fired him, and they fired him. Right?
Yeah, they fired him.
They do stuff with Steve Austin like all the time. And we're not getting into his past.
How dare you bring up...
But
this is true. This is true.
Okay,
but you're not wrong.
Stone Cold is such a dope character, but he gets such a slide.
Yeah.
He's the Morrissey of wrestling. He's the Kanye of wrestling.
Oh wow.
Yo. These are the words.
Those are Dugan's words.
We are not condoning anything this man saying.
Yeah.
We didn't.
It's true though.
Ooh,
I mean, you're right. You're
Let me let
definitely
him
right. And especially like in this day and age, you know, WWE is hypocritical in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh. Crown Jewel.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like Crown Jewel, there's no women allowed there, but they're trying to be champions of women's wrestling, and it's like, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, I totally understand. It was just kind of like, I don't know. It is weird. It, you know, it's kind of like if there's people do need to be held accountable.
Yeah.
You know?
It's tricky, and this is going.
This
very,
goes
this
into
is,
like
no,
the music
This is going
scene
very.
too.
This
like,
is going very heavy, but
It got real deep.
I'm hesitant. Of course, the individual should be held accountable, but it seems like a wrestling-wide thing. It seems like a lot of wrestlers end up in whether it's like roid rage or too many concussions or what. There's something going on.
Yeah. I guess you just have to work on changing the culture. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't
Producer
know.
us over here shaking his head. Does not agree.
But on the flip side,
But
2 weeks ago, I saw a guy slap another guy in the chest, and it was the best thing ever.
right?
Bring
So
back.
you get your good and your bad.
You know, you got to
I feel
take
like-
it.
No, okay, but I feel like now wrestlers are like our age.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
so
It's a
smarter.
new. It's a new wave.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a new
So
wave
there's not
of
as like problematic.
It's not these man
bullies,
Oh,
you know,
listen,
who are like.
You got like Xavier
you're
Woods
small.
loving like nobodies and drag queens and golden girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People, Finn Balor loving
like inclusivity.
Yeah. So we can't say it's all.
And not
wrestlers.
even just to be like, all right, I guess I have to do
It's
this
not
now. But
pandering.
it's like,
It's
yeah,
like,
it's
I
not pandering.
genuinely-
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, we're
I'm open.
super stoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't say
So-
it's all wrestling.
So that was the Rich Swann story. The thing is like, ooh, do you really want to
Yeah,
endorse
that's
it
tricky. Yeah.
or not? You know,
Yeah.
it is tricky. It's super tricky. But he is a great wrestler.
He's a really good wrestler.
That's not, you can't deny that. And he did put on a great show at Impact, and he's so fun. Like he's infectious. It's like really fun.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's what happened.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's valid. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
But we never said scumbag.
I wanted it to
We
be
never-
known we never said
We
scumbag.
never called him any names, sir.
Sir.
I heard piece of trash thrown around a lot. This is all jokes. This is all jokes.
Oh, we forgot to mention you're a retired comedian.
After doing like 7 open mics.
Decided to retire early. Might as well
Go out
while
on
you're
top.
ahead.
Go out on top.
I know.
Nice shirt, Dugan, by the way.
Dugan,
Oh, yes.
you should
Yeah,
mention
we
he is
should-
wearing an autographed John Cena t-shirt.
Well, it's screen printed.
Oh, okay, it's a screen printed
From
autographed
like a swap
t-shirt.
meet.
Mhm.
And that's the
Swap me.
Oh, this is like a bootleg?
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh shit!
even
That makes
more
it.
special.
That makes it cooler. Like I love bootleg
It like
shit
looks
so
really
much.
good on him though.
It does. It
Thank
suits
you, I appreciate
you.
that.
It suits you. You won that where?
Let me tell you how I got this shit.
Let's tell us.
Let's hear
Tell
it.
us. I'll
Um,
gather around.
it was last year.
It was last
Yeah, last year we were at a mutual friend's house. Ryan and P, right?
Yeah.
Ryan and P. Shout out to
Shout out
Ryan
Ryan
P.
P.
What up?
Always having friend gatherings.
Yeah, they were having a Christmas party.
Yes.
And so it was White Elephant. So it came to my turn. I chose a box, opened it. There's this T-shirt and a bottle, a half a bottle, I should say.
It's not a half a bottle. It was a full bottle. So I went to Walmart and smelled all of them, and they were full.
Wow.
Called out.
You must have.
He must have used half of it during the night.
I think that's
and
what
was,
happened.
Like really
Yeah, that's what
drunk
happened.
and doesn't remember
You
it.
were- yeah.
No, that's literally
I
what
think
happened.
That's what
Actually
happened.
No, yeah.
It's like, yeah, why did I get half
Anyway.
a bottle of perfume?
Half. A
was
bottle
It was a bottle.
of John Cena
Scene.
Excuse me.
cologne.
Y'all heard that?
I
slip,
didn't
right?
really heard that
John
Freudian
Seaman
slip.
cologne.
John Cena.
No one like that name. That's my next. John Seaman.
Da, 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 da.
No!
You can't. You don't even.
Hey, wait a
chant.
minute.
Okay.
Let's be honest. That's probably a porn somewhere already.
Yeah, and
You
but
can't
I think
chant John Seaman sucks.
I think that's the first time we actually talked.
I think
Oh,
yeah.
that's
I think like a
right.
real like talk.
Yeah.
It was like hey before.
Yeah, at first, oh yeah,
Acquaintances.
Yeah, that was.
And now we're
And now we're
friends.
tight.
Yeah, look at us.
Hey!
Going
Now-
to wrestling shows.
I was showing up on podcasts and shit.
Yep.
We took you to your first wrestling show.
I know.
I know, that was really fun.
Popped
It
a
was a lot
sassy
of fun.
cherry.
I was waiting to see who'd make that joke. I was like, I won't hold back.
Who wants to go low in the low brow?
Who takes the low road?
It's me. I'm wearing a Roast of Joe Brody shirt. I have to go low brow today.
You have to.
Oh, producer has to tell me.
Yeah, I want to see.
Let's see that shirt.
Where'd I get this nifty little guy?
Cute,
From the
cute
man
shirt. Cute shirt. He was really, really kind.
So nice.
Really enjoyed that.
Super nice dude.
Super nice dude.
Super.
All right.
His mom's really cool too.
His mom was super
his
cool.
mom?
We didn't meet his mom, but she was at the show that
Oh,
we were
cute.
at. She was pouring like Jack Daniels in people's mouths. She
Oh,
was
cute.
like
Mom goals.
mom, yeah, brostive mom. It was really cool.
That's cute.
He had his bro mom there. She was
Can't
dressed
handle
up too. She had his
man.
glasses on and stuff.
That's
like
so
a
cute.
bandana or hat. I don't know. It's really cool. It's cute.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Family that wrestles together stays together.
Hood slams together.
Hood slams together. Hood slam was fun. We're going to a hood slam.
Yes.
We have to
Yeah.
make this work. We have to
Speaking
go.
of Hood Slam, and we have to do this always. Jerry Ryan.
Oh, he's injured right now, or we'll find
First
out.
pack.
Yeah, pour one out. We hope you get well, Joey Ryan. We love
Please
you.
do.
Please get
I love
well
you.
soon.
I want to see you at a Hood Slam show.
We gotta see
I
it.
want to see
I mean, look what we're
Hello.
looking at. Hello.
So,
Whoa,
yeah.
I think that's Shotzi.
It is. I saw the
Shotzi.
clip of that.
Cute.
30
Yeah.
minutes.
Oh, we're at our
Ooh.
30-minute
Yeah.
mark.
Well, that flew by.
That flew by, didn't it?
Yeah.
So, is there anything else that you took away from that show?
Let's see.
I mean, you're gonna go back.
Oh yeah, I'm going
See you
back.
again.
You got bit by the bug.
Got bit by the bug.
We had fun.
I had fun. Seats were a little cramped. That's my only.
Yeah.
Listen,
Hey,
I
Hey,
mean,
you
we
made
spread
some
out.
dudes laugh too.
You made Mark's laugh.
You made
That
some
is
smarts
very-
laugh. Those guys in the corner were like yelling the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Being funny or whatever.
Yeah, that
You
was
got a
fun.
laugh out of them.
Oh. When I said that he was flipping us off in British.
Hey, he's flipping us off in British.
Yeah.
They totally laughed at that. It was so funny. I
Yeah.
was like,
There was
good job, Dugan.
There's a British heel. I don't know his name, but
Oh wait, hold on. I know his name. He follows us.
Max McManus.
Max McManus.
Yes, he follows us.
He was being a dick like heels do.
Yes.
And he flipped us all off.
He was there like the whole time. It's like he's still here.
He was healing it
He
up.
was healing it up all
He
over
was
the
attacking
place.
Chris Bay.
Yeah, for
He's
for those
flipping
of-
us off in British.
yeah, for those of you listening, flipping us off in American is the middle finger. Flipping us off in British is like a
Index
peace
and-
sign, but like
It's
more
naughty.
aggro.
You gotta get really.
It's like an inverted peace sign.
Yeah, it's like peace but war. You know?
There you go. Yeah, that was funny. It made me laugh that you
Oh,
made
that's-
them laugh. I was like,
That's
He
nice.
killed me.
That's good.
I know.
A laugh a day. That's all. That's what I do
That's
for
what the doctor says. Laugh a day. Other than that,
On that note?
on that note, what's an outro music? So that intro
We did.
music was
Was chosen by me because
was chosen by Elle because her bae.
What?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, we picked something up for her
Tell us
while we were
about
at
the
Impact.
Impact
She
taping.
has a Johnny Nitro T-shirt. She has a Johnny.
I don't have John. I don't have Johnny Morrison.
Oh, Johnny Morrison
Morrison.
T-shirts, and
But
now
I
she has
have-
herself a Johnny Impact. Boop, boop, boop. I went up to the merch booth and I was like, I'm buying something for my friend. What do you think she would like? And he was like, you should get this one. I'm like, okay.
And then I text you, work out for my boyfriend.
Yeah. Oh my God, you should know too that he, while he was coming out, there was a sweet little old lady. She could barely walk, but she was in the front row, and she was like
Me.
just shuffling her way
By
to the
Future.
front by the stage. Yeah, and like on the metal
Yeah.
staircases, she
Yeah.
was sitting by that area. And when he came in, he came over. What did he give her?
Glasses.
His glasses.
Aw,
He
that's
came
cute.
over and hugged her and gave him his gave her his glasses, and it was just so
My heart.
sweet.
She was
You
like,
guys,
She was
like
so
legit. That
happy.
old lady is my goals.
That-
I want,
yeah.
That is going to be me.
And it just made me think of our conversations of how we got into wrestling and how grandmas are so responsible for that because
I want to be that grandma.
you listen to wrestler story and how why they wanted to become a wrestler, how they got
Grandmas.
into watching wrestling. They started watching with their grandmas. It's just
Oh,
really
yeah.
funny.
My dad watches
Yeah.
with grandma.
A local punk rocker, Ubi Casualty.
Oh,
he had
right.
he had shows
Shout
at
out
his
to Ubi.
house, and so I don't know him, but he seems like a cool guy.
Loves wrestling.
But he has enough notoriety that I know his name.
Right.
And so as I was showing his house, I was walking through his house and
Very
like
punk.
yeah, very punk. And his grandma was or mom. I I don't know.
I think it's his mom.
Oh, okay. His mom was just chilling there watching wrestling. I was like, all right. That's exactly what I expect out of Ubi's house. Nice.
Yep. Ubi 138.
Ubi 138. Shout out
on Twitter.
On Twitter. He's a big wrestling fan. We always see him at wrestling events, and he's an all-around nice guy. So shout out to Ubi. But yeah, isn't that funny? Grandma's. So yeah, that lady had the night of her life. I hope she went to all 3 nights and got the same love.
Oh.
I hope so. That's my goal.
At first I was like, man, this lady's really old.
Was she
I
by
hope
herself?
no one lands on her. No, she was there with like a husband or a son or something.
Lands on her.
Well, because there was some serious impact happening there. Where like there were some spots there for sure. Brian Cage like almost landed like on the railings there. So another guy we got to see was he was at Hoodslum. So he wasn't at Pessoas. Anyway, he's like a massive dude.
He's huge.
He's huge, but he did a great job too for his size. He's such a big guy and he moves so well.
My first indie show was his last indie match before he signed to WWE.
Oh.
100 years ago.
100.
His brief FCW career. Yeah, that was my first wrestling indie show.
Wow.
Well, worked. I never.
Was he as big as he is?
No, he was big,
bulked up.
but he wasn't like
massive.
Yeah. He was not.
Even though he's really big, though, he does carry himself really well in the ring, and he's spry. He's spry. Do you have any preference? Dugan, any favorite wrestling theme songs that you can think of?
Dr. Thuganomics.
Oh!
Let's do that one. Let's do
what he has to do.
No, let's not.
No,
We're
that's
definitely
not
getting
it.
sued.
No, not that one.
Yeah, I can think
Word
of
Life.
No.
Basic Thuganomics.
Yeah, let's do that
You
one.
got it. Hey, man, I'll play what the people want to hear.
Do you know the words to that? Because I may
This
not.
Basic Thuganomics. This is Basic Thuganomics.
Did you tell me that you have that CD?
Yes.
Okay, that's...
Wait,
Okay.
you have that?
Yeah.
Do we want to just talk about that?
Yeah, track by track review next.
Track by track review.
Okay, I was a freshman in high school when it came out.
Uh-huh.
My mom bought me the autographed version.
Wow.
So it's autographed, guys. Yeah. It came with a rubber bracelets.
Not the little terry cloth.
No, like the Livestrong ones. But it says Word Life.
Word Life.
Yeah.
Basic Thuganomics.
So if anyone's out there questioning her credibility, fuck you.
Yeah. How dare you?
Here.
And I would play it in school. I took it to school with me, and I was like, you guys, check it out. I got the John Cena.
So you were pretty much like super popular then.
I was really popular, and that's why
Thank you, John Cena.
That's why I had to leave school in 10th grade, because I'm like super popular.
Not for overload.
Not for any other
overload.
reasons at all. I just had to leave school and home study because I was super popular. But that's for another time.
I feel like we should still talk. I like to hear a conversation. Just stop the video. They'll just be YouTube.
Okay, so
YouTube
the reason we're gonna have
well, that's the main convo.
Yeah, it's a podcast.
Okay, well
combo.
let's outro this.
Did you stop it already?
No.
We
Okay.
haven't put the outro yet.
Oh yeah, some outro. Okay,
so
well,
thank you, Dugan.
Upon
and
request,
YouTube
thank you
video.
so much for
Do you know this one?
Oh, of course, come on.
This is not this. This is OG John Cena.
Come on.
Of course.
Who do you
Do
think
you know
you're
who you're
to?
talking to?
Come on. What do you think?
Sorry,
this
my
is?
computer's
Hold on.
really slow.
We're terrible. Jeez. And there's
There's the end. There's the
got
end.
ad.
Shout out to the fine people at.
Is this Amazon?
Is this Amazon?
Oh,
No,
man.
fuck Amazon.
Fuck Amazon.
Bitch ass Amazon. Fuck you.
Unless they want to sponsor.
Unless you want to sponsor
sponsor
them,
us,
we're
that's
like totally cool with that.
I'll take Word Life and Amazon, whatever you want.
Damn, we're cheap. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm such a weenie.
Oh, boy.
Yo, on the way out, can I plug some shit?
Yeah, plug some shit.
All right.
You do you, boo.
Oh shit.
We got props here.
Alright, so I'm playing the song. Oh shit.
Oh my god, it's
Damn.
taking me back.
Oh yeah. Those violins though. Put the treble up.
This went hard.
Alright, I'm in a band called Satellites. I sing and shit. We're playing shows. Hit us up on Facebook, Satellites.
www.satellites.bandcamp.com.
Description down below.
Yes. We will put the links in the description.
Yeah.
Through.
Links will be in description.
If you want to follow this fine young man.
We got Sci-Fi Caper here. They're playing shows too.
We're gonna play shows with you.
What? It's gonna be a family thing.
If you're in Fresno, we'll tell you where it is.
I'll be there probably.
I'll probably be there.
I'll also.
Do you want to buy me a drink?
Yeah. I was gonna come through, buy her a drink.
Oh shit.
If you run the
Kayfabe Queens account.
Kayfabe Queens account.
You know what? Al is usually the one on there at Kayfabe Queens. Kayfabe.
Oh, so if it's bad, it's my fault.
She just live tweeted that wrong.
I did it wasn't great because I was.
You guys should speak on Becky though because
we
she's
will
taking
though.
over.
That's next episode.
That's next episode.
It is only 8:14.
Ooh, it's early. So Dugan got his plug. He is in a band called Satellite.
They're great.
You can find them on Bandcamp, Facebook, and they're great. They're a full band now, bass, drums, and guitar.
Yes.
He's one of our dearest friends, and we love him, and we thank him so much for coming onto the podcast.
And
you were a wonderful guest.
Thanks for having me.
Wait.
You're welcome.
Didn't even mention he's the man that named us.
Oh, yes! That's right. We shouted you out last time. Okay, I'm turning the music off real quick.
Yeah, that was very sweet. That was like the first thing you said.
Yeah, it was our first episode. Yeah.
If I may get real, I'm very excited about all this.
Yay.
I wrote this on Instagram, but it's very nice to see people who like aren't pasty dudes talking about like it should be a TV-14 show now and like bullshit like that.
Yeah.
It's nice to see people who aren't like that.
Thank you.
So shout out to Kayfabe Queens one time.
Oh, this is awkward. Praise is awkward.
Well, I think we appreciate you coming on and chit-chatting with us. I know you're not feeling well after Vegas, so appreciate you coming on. Thank you guys so much. So anyway, check his band out, Satellites. And are you doing comedy anymore?
No.
No, he is officially retired, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it first here. He's officially retired from comedy. Wow. Although we would love to have you on as a guest again. RIP your comedy career. You know, you're gone too soon. I say.
Only the good die young.
Only the good die young.
Gone but not forgotten.
Gone but not forgotten. All right, I'm gonna put
Press
this John Cena back
Is
up.
that John Cena?
Press that. There we go. And then
and the trademark.
So we'll have you back. We'll have you back on again after the next Best of the West, and we'll chit chat about. Unless we go to something else together again.
That'd be dope.
We'll see. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we're gonna have some exclusive content later.
Audio only. Ending the video. Like, subscribe, share, watch us.
Yes.
Bye.
At Kayfabe Queens. Something like that. Yes.
This little friend, remember? The
All right.